Well, thank you very much, Puckett. Kind of leaning towards Seattle Surge as you asked for our opinion, but LAG, they have slipped down to 11th in this one. Will there be an opportunity for them to take this, move back up into a tie there with the Mutineers? Realistically, odds against them, but hey, anything happens at a major.
Yeah, I mean, look, what we just seen on the stage there was a surprise. Are we going to get one here? I would say it would be a bigger one if we could see a win for LAG. They are really up against it here against Seattle Surge, but as you said, when it comes down to the Call of Duty League, things can get a little bit crazy heading into map number 1, though it is HyDra. Seattle Surge yesterday against Atlanta FaZe, not too hot. Looking to make amends here in map number 1 against LAG.
Well, as we both know, it's going to be a little bit spicy around these hard points. LAG not having the best of time recently. For Seattle Surge, it's usually pretty plain sailing, and that's not a water pun.
I mean, there's plenty of them that we can possibly make on this map, right? So it has to be said. But LAG now looking to try and find the breakthrough over towards P2, and because rotations are so important on this map, specifically for these two teams, they both do struggle with it, sitting 10th and 8th respectively. LAG way down towards the bottom side and 10th themselves. Rotations are so important for these two teams. Break percentage not quite there either, but holds for Seattle Surge have been a big problem too. So rotations are very, very important, but you need to make sure if you are Seattle Surge, you are locking things down. Accuracy, doing a good job at that so far. Thieves yet to find a route through. Seattle Surge, comfortable start to the map.
And realistically, LAG wanted a little bit more off that P1. They didn't get any kind of ingress in towards P2. They didn't get an awful lot of time either, but Thieves to try and see if he can find something here. Playing around Dome, trying to take that down before he gets shot. That's going to allow the team names to roll straight in. But at the moment, they haven't found the kills they need, Tom.
Exceed finds one towards the side, but unfortunately for the rest of LAG, you aren't able to win your gunfight. Seattle Surge, good hold from there. Mack can move forward. Start to put that pressure on. Start about trying to flip these spawns very, very shortly. 30 seconds to go. LAG may have one more go at this.
There they go. One little last push, but nothing but Sib and Mack in the kill feed. Seattle Surge have started off with a beautiful P1 to P2. And for LAG, they head to P3 and potentially some more points.
I thought he stuck him with that there, Brad, but he doesn't. Now on his way for a little swim as the rotation starts to come in. But this is an opportunity now for LAG. It was great rotation from Seattle. They had the better side. They hold down P2. It's pretty much the perfect start that you want. But LA Guerrillas have never really put themselves in the position to score some good points. They've got a good opportunity here. Seattle Surge very one-dimensional, just trying to pick apart LAG. I suppose you can do that with the way that you start the game. You're already around 50 points up. You don't need to rush things.
Getting a couple of kills does put the pressure back on LAG, and now Seattle Surge, they'll move into this point, and they've got it. They didn't go for that rotation to get the spawns in the beginning. They will headbutt this from the front and try to take away as much scrap time as possible.
Yeah, it seemed like a conscious effort of Seattle Surge to take their time. Stick to the GP on GD. Is that same Bryce? Not working so far, though. This has been great hold from LAG. That initial... I was about to say surge of Seattle Surge players towards the point was really good. They managed to find some picks, but from there, good astute defense from LA Guerrillas. Surge now spawning towards the back. More numbers here for Guerrillas. Heading over towards the next hill. Sib has got a job to do. He's going to be able to find what big gunfight coming up against Exceed. Exceed will win it. There's going to be a gunfight actually won over towards the moon side by accuracy, though. This one's still 50-50.
They're waiting for it. LAG are in a really good position to surround this and close out the Seattle Surge players. They have them, but accuracy's fighting back as well. That cruise will do nothing as it flies in here, but LAG cannot find a way through. They're in the better spawns, but not in the better position.
All they can do with these kills falling their way, though, because one teammate spawns out, so maybe something could be done about that, but not going to happen. One guy towards the back is only going to be Exceed, who will try his best to find something. LA Guerrillas are being forced out of it. The first decent break we've seen from either one of these two teams so far. Pred and Coast continuing to lock down this back of the map. 20 seconds to go here over towards the ruined side. LA Guerrillas are going to walk away licking their wounds. P5 is on the horizon. Seattle Surge happy to soak up this time, but for me there, it's an easy push for Seattle Surge, isn't it? You push through the ruins, you find the kills. The spawn out slightly for LA Guerrillas, not working in their favor. Now you got to try and win a rotation over towards the next hill. This lead is getting a little bit cautious for LA Guerrillas.
This will be a big hold for them. Already Seattle Surge committing towards the back as well. Accuracy could cause a bit of a panic in the LAG camp. He knows where that player's going to be, blocking the spawns there, but haven't found anything yet. Seattle Surge slowly trying to get through, but Thieves with his 2Ps completely rebuffs them away from this pressure.
That Accuracy pushing towards the back though, and that should be a good spawn for Seattle Surge. Gets there in time, lines up the second, and now the push can start to flow on through. Accuracy is here, as is one other member of Seattle Surge. The break is going to come through, both of them managing to find multiple kills. Accuracy continue to lock down. Is that a stick as well? Does he get him? Yes, he does. Wonderful break from Surge. Brilliant play from Accuracy.
LAG actually have had a little bit of a recovery, I would say, across this entire map. A couple of good holds for the first 30 seconds of hard points means this isn't too far away as we look to go into the second set of rotations. At the moment, Accuracy again may be the key player here on the key set. I say this as it is a full wipe. It's going to be the spawns for LAG, but no map control. It's a split.
But look at the pressure that's being put on them immediately. Pred is already up in your grill. Another one towards the back is Assault. Must stay alive. Needs the rest of his team to try and find some kills over towards P1 because we're talking about that P2 rotation, which is coming in 40 seconds. Still alive towards the back though. Brycey, they find the kills in P1 too, so best case scenario from LA Guerrillas in that situation, because honestly it wasn't looking good. Surge now spawning up towards back tin. Exceed up top. This is good from Guerrillas.
Having much better time of it. And they can do everything here, LAG. P1 to P2, it's been just a mainstay for so many teams, and they're looking to do the exact same thing. Eventually going to fall though. It still will look like LAG will have the spawn for next. Seattle Surge gets Scrap, but it's a hard break for them.
Assault actually manages to kill Simp, who found a way through Dome onto the rotation. Important gunfight coming through from the world champ. Narcity's just about surviving. Oh, and he survives long enough for Pred to get taken down, so just being a distraction right now and a worthwhile one. LA Guerrillas soaking up some good time already, but look at the pressure that Surge put on immediately. LA Guerrillas are not fighting from the front, they're turtling just a little bit, Bryce.
Oh, there's a huge nade that actually comes in to stop that kill as well. Arsenis has to commit to this, going around with it as well. Will get the kill. A huge one for them in the end, but Mack and Pred will not relent this pressure at all. They are trying to make sure that they do not get the time that they've worked so hard for. One last chance here. Seattle Surge will commit to one more push. They look to do something, but Arsenis has already moved, and this may be perfect from LAG if they can get the spawns as well.
Yeah, it was actually a spawn out from Arsenis. He was ready to set up in the middle of the map if Surge found the push and just catches them sleeping a little bit. Surge look like they have this rotation, but mid-map is still being fought over. Pred will find a big gunfight towards the backside. Scrap time LAG. Majority of members of your team over towards the next hill belong to LAG. Rotation may well be falling their way, but Pred, lingering as he often does, is going to go big for Seattle.
It really does, Seattle. I'm starting to let this game slip, but how are they feeling in the comms? Let's find out with a Seattle Surge. Listen in.
I have your gen in your pipes.
He's still front, he's still front. I'm blocking him, I'm gonna block the back. He's still front door on me.
Okay.
Joe's just sitting in the heavy.
Channeling front door, he's holding front door.
In the back gen, back gen.
Door maybe.
Back gen exceed. Back gen exceed. AG, I'm coming P5.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you guys. Front time, absolute top time. Top, absolute in the coming corner. I need a top.
Nice.
In the back of me, in the back. Back door. Really good back door. Good time.
Nice, I'm going pipes.
I need to time. Stay alive. I have your back door.
He's on my left.
Absolute back door. He's back door. They're all weak. They're all tight.
There's two there. Not
One shot.
Okay.
They're pushing through. One just went through.
Okay.
There's three of them there.
I got one on.
I'm running through. One on time.
Top tools window, assault. Top tools window, assault, missing exceed.
Okay. I don't see front window.
Yeah, play kills, Mack.
I'm backing out.
I spawned out. You're gonna be running
P2
You're gonna be running there. I'm repitching front.
Yeah, one just push run. One just got to run.
Back on me in the back beach,
one's close,
back beach, Alec, back beach, Alec.
Close one bullet.
Where'd you go? I'm coming from the
Inside close. And one ruins. Close, I got one close. One's ruins.
Ruins heady. Hit one side.
Nice.
Let's do.
Last guy, probably.
I'm shotgun.
Yeah, I'm gonna chat under with you. I'll chat under with you.
I'm in the back. I'm the cross. He's gonna be front P2, whoever's here.
One shot.
One's deep beach.
Look for deep beach. Don't say. I'm trying side P2. Side P2.
I have deep beach.
One more side P2. He's going
side
side
P2.
I'm front P2.
I lost back. I fell out.
I'm saying. Try to look at my back right. Outer. Last guy outer. He's on the gutter.
Gutter. I can't get him.
Seattle Surge, calm but fast in the comms, and they're doing it every time LAG rotate to this hill. They don't get a lot of time, Ton.
Well, the majority of them were calm, but did you hear Pred, the dead shout on the rotation round? LA Guerrillas look prime position, to be honest with you, heading over towards P4. They had the rotation there, but they did not expect the Great White himself jumping out of the water, finding two, breaking things wide open. 23 and 16 from Pred has been a problem on the map, as he so often is for the majority of the teams, if not all of them in the CDL. It's a good hold from Seattle Surge and a rotation that they did not have. LA Guerrillas may well have fought back here, but they have to lock down nearly every single second. You cannot allow Surge to be close heading into another rotation.
And that's what they're looking for. Salt looking for a player he knows is down here somewhere. It's going to be Mack, but Mack will fall as well. Seattle Surge so far finding nothing on this point. And that is all bonus, all gravy for LAG. They are looking to bring this back to almost completely empty, and Assault will not find the second. But LAG still in the dominant position, still finding the kills. And they are fighting for this one tooth and nail, both sides committing everything to this point as they fly in for it. But LAG will walk away the victors as we go into this second set of rotation. It's basically a tied game.
That's pretty much a perfect order. A little bit of a split spawn may well mess with that perfect moment for LA Guerrillas. 5 seconds remaining. They'll soak up every single one of those seconds. What's going on here? We don't have a gun to shoot each other. Oh my goodness me! It's a knife fight underwater. Exceed will find one. Accuracy falls as well. 3-man. Right for LA Guerrillas. An opportunity to take the lead for the first time in the map.
And it is unbelievable. Exceed now off to the races, going back to that mid cut as well, but he's fallen. Seattle Surge, they were falling by the wayside, but they locked down P1. 30 seconds to victory now for Seattle. LAG have to move.
25 seconds. You've got to make something happen here for LAG, but you've also got to think about these P2 rotations. You've got to think about maybe winning a gunfight. A Surge and the ascendancy now. 15 seconds to go. Arcedies has to go big for the LA Guerrillas now.
He's here. He's played the long flank as well. And now he needs to be everything they need him to be. And down he goes. Seattle Surge still in control. Can win it here on P1. LAG are not here. They are not at P2 either. And while the contest will come in, Mack will take the kills. They're not falling. Arcedies eventually clears it away. And with 3 seconds left to go, LAG need a jetpack, a jumbo jet, a jet plane or something, because this game is done. And Seattle Surge will take that first hard point.
Things got a little bit scary, just a little bit, if you are Seattle Surge in that moment. But the LA Guerrillas, you just warmed up too slowly. Starting to swing, starting to match them throughout the latter stages of the game, but the deficit was too far. That's a tough one. LAG did not play that one too badly, but as we say, like I mean, it was just a bad start. You go down pretty much about 60 or so of P1, P2. And from there, it's so difficult. But it has to be said, Pred makes a couple of huge plays for the Seattle Surge, as he so often does. The one out of water over towards P4 as a standout. Finds 2 as LA Guerrillas actually matched with 3 of their own initially to find that break over towards that final hill at P1. And Pred breaks them wide open himself with 2 more just to slow down, just to crush the dreams, if you like, of LAG. Good play from Seattle Surge, but they would have probably liked that to be a little bit cleaner, but I think they'd be happy with the win nonetheless. Up against Atlanta yesterday, it wasn't a good performance. A little bit more solid that time around, though. They take the win and just about comfortably, I would say.
Yeah, they will do, and realistically, I think it was kind of all of Seattle Surge hitting fire at different times. For me, I think Simp started off very, very hot and continued to do it most of the way through. We saw magic from Pred as we usually expect, but yeah, big players all the way through. Accuracy himself. It seems like this team is starting to click together a little bit against LAG. There were some issues late in the hard point. LAG could have taken that one away. And I would say, well, probably the biggest one for me is going to be P4. 2 times Seattle Surge were spawning out, and LAG just did not get back to it. I also thought that final bit there was going to be the turning point in the game, Tom.
Yeah, especially when they found those first 3 kills, right? It was looking like they found it. Exceed manages to find the knife kill underwater under Pred, and then they find the push through. But as soon as Seattle Surge spawn back up, find those couple of kills, it's pretty much game over. You're fighting tooth and nail just to get a hold of something at P1 when you really do need the rotation over towards P2 as well. Good job from Seattle Surge to lock that in. And I think on the 3 rotations that we had, of course, outside of the first one, they won that rotation over towards P2 each and every time. And that was the difference. When they found a good rotation, they were the ones finding the holds, and they were breaking just a little bit better than LAG were. So good job from Seattle Surge to take that one away. We said we wanted to see the rotations come out from both these 2 teams. Seattle just about pip LAG to the post in that front. Fortress Search and Destroy now coming up. Some interesting stats on this one as well, Bryce. But LAG, that's always going to be a tough one. Both these 2 teams, not necessarily with an amazing record on the map. It's one that you would like to take away for LAG based on Seattle's record on that yesterday, specifically against FaZe. But unfortunately, you don't have the Tiny Terrors on your team, and it is a little bit more difficult. So good win for LAG. But Search and Destroy coming up now. A definite opportunity, but Seattle have been lights out in Search and Destroy recently. Will have to be a strong turn up from LAG if they want to tie this series up.
It really will, but unfortunately for me, LAG just haven't looked strong recently. Gotta say, some of the biggest losses for Surge as well, which may colour a little bit of their statistics, has usually been to Atlanta FaZe. A lot of times when we talk about it, that's where they're falling against the big teams. LAG, unfortunately, are not that ton.
No, they're not. And, you know, their stage performance online has really highlighted that. It has not went well, but, you know, when we have the chat with the team, they're still feeling good. The vibes are flowing. They're saying, you know, until it is mathematically impossible, we will continue to strive for a champ spot. And Marky B behind them will be pushing them to that at every single stage he can. They still have potential. Look, and you know what? One player I've been really surprised in, and I wasn't too sure what to expect, is Assault. The guy has been really, really good for LA Guerrillas. I just think it's maybe too little too late for these guys at this stage. We are seeing signs of brilliance. You know, we've seen a couple of really good holds there, a couple of really nice breaks, some pop-off moments, but they're just few and far between. Against a team like Surge, you need to be on your A game. You need to be past your A game, to be honest with you, if you're LAG. And they're going to need to bring your A game here in the Search and Destroy as we load into Fortress. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be stealing this away from the graphics guys, but there's a very interesting stat. So online, when it comes down to it, since Stage 3, Seattle have the #1 round win percentage in Search and Destroy. More than Atlanta, by the way, at 59.8%. When it comes down to LAN, since Stage 3, they're the worst round win percentage in Search and Destroy. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe they're online as price. That's kind of the top and bottom of it. No, we know they're not, but online to LAN for Search and Destroy.
Say these things.
I mean, the stats, they're the #1 online round win percentage. Number 12 LAN round win percentage. I mean, the stats don't lie, Bryce. They need to step it up online.
All right, well, let's find out what happens then as we jump into this S&D. We are on this first round. It will be South Surge on the attack, not looking for any A pressure so far. Actually, a little bit of a passive play style for them. Only Sib now looking to clear the A side.
Big push over towards the A side. This bomb will go down. Mack with the check, Mack with the plays. Just simple little kills like that. Big plays from Mack melts. Smart to check it, then he knows that he can chow over the top. It's a 3v4 retake for LA Guerrillas to somehow find a way into this round. Seattle Surge alive and kicking.
Here comes the front hit, and they will get a little bit of this. A bit of a Seattle Surge now is that all they have to do is keep shouldering it, not give away too many lives. They make sure the people stay off the bomb here. Mack looking to go in as well. Thieves gets the first one. Mack, gonna get one as well. Not the second though. And now Pred left alone, a 1 versus 1. 1 health. We'll check this in several seconds. I don't think Thieves is going to be the best position for it either. Pred will look around the corner and grab him. And it is a first round, the S&D, that is decided by 3 seconds.
I mean, it got a little bit messy there, if I'm honest with you. You know, Seattle kind of get a little bit of bad timing. Mack moves out of the site, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he turns away, LAG, complete control. And I don't think Seattle respected the fact that they could have had that much control and that they couldn't have been as advanced as they were, pushed up over towards the spawn side, and things got a little bit scary. But when things get scary, you're on Seattle, you have this guy called Pred. Finds the 1v2, albeit at the time not on the side of LA Guerrillas. First blood to Seattle Surge. Also, I want to caveat the oh, okay, well, no, actually, I'm not caveating any stats now. You can't be doing that. Pred killing Mack. Maybe this is a reason why their land percentage is so low, Brycey. Nothing to do with them playing Atlanta FaZe 3 times, of course, but accuracy evens the odds, 3 versus 3.
That is the difficulty with context. Atlanta FaZe, like I said before, probably skewing those stats just a little bit, but now it's down to a 3 versus 3. Pred looking to make a move, but almost catches, and he will catch Arteles, who tries to snake his way out of it, and now Pred keeping himself alive as well. It goes down to a 1 versus 3. They know where he's going to be, and Pred actually has to back out from a Semtex.
Yeah, but the Semtex coming through really does let Seattle Surge know exactly where Exceed is. That sounds popped up. Playmake potential, Sib, bullets in, Pred surely there to pick up the pieces. Exceed just about surviving, well, by the hair on his chinny chin chin. It will be the kill coming through from Pred. Seattle Surge make it 2-0. That round a little bit more comfortable for the Seattle boys. Last one got a little bit scary, that one. Textbook.
Pred's 4-0. If the problem for me is that if LAG don't start to do some damage on the S&D, if they don't take this S&D, I think this is over. I really do. Seattle Surge, we talked about them coming into this tournament. How good are they in this current situation? Obviously, against Atlanta yesterday, probably didn't show them off in the best light. But there are levels to this game.
Surge now making a push over towards A once again. Both these two teams, the top two teams when it comes to plant win percentage. So you get that bomb down, majority of the time, you're winning the round. Yet to see LAG find themselves in a position to get that bomb down. And well, I mean, I think Seattle might struggle to do that this round themselves as well. Assault Exceed will find 2. It's now 2v4 for Seattle. First opportunity for LA Guerrillas to get on the board here.
They should have this all locked. Prez left alone, 1 versus 4. Finds the first. Not going to be the second. There'll be no streak there for Pred either. LAG managed to just kind of diffuse what Seattle Surge were planning. It looked like a combined hit. And sometimes that's very, very effective. Unfortunately, they found nothing from it.
Oh, yeah, that'll help. Good shots coming in from Exceed. Mack pushing onto the site. That's where things were starting to get going, if you like, for Seattle Surge. Not this time, though. Good shots from Exceed. Of course, Mack is always the one with the bomb, so you will get that information pretty much guaranteed. Now the Guerrillas with 1 on the board now. Let's see if they can do something different here. I said that bomb going down is so important for these teams. Seattle Surge flood over towards A, though. It's going to be very difficult to get it down now.
And you can see already the rotation on the minimap. They have a Pred in the way, but the stun is going to make sure that he doesn't get anything. And now Simp will be the main man here who will watch the cross. Mack somehow managed to get a kill from behind us as a double flank going round. The team switch positions. LAG will go towards B. It is a hard retake for Seattle Surge.
Yeah, that's a full lock. LA Guerrillas, you can't let this one slip. So often we see them make the push over towards B, and this is, as you said, a very, very hard retake. Simp is the first, Mack is the second. Easy kills for Assault. Accuracy is able to find 1. If anyone's going to pull a 1v3, it's Accuracy.
The problem is time and positioning. This bomb site has so many ways that you just have to check and they won't get it. And that's why it's a hard break. If you get into B with numbers, something that does not usually happen when we see that bomb go down, it's usually just 1 or 2 players. You can watch the 3 choke points from advantageous positions. It is a nightmare to break on hard point, let alone on an S&D.
You take those opportunities all day long, though. You know, you see those moments where you get B open. You run through that door every single time, especially if there's multiple members. It's so difficult. Seattle in that situation to do much about it. Very, very hard retake. We see it at P3 when we play hard point. We get to see it there in the search and destroy. Exceed
do his best impression of me in rank play. I can never make this jump first time. However, sniper out for him, and it's just a little bit of COD timing that goes wrong, and a hit marker, and a nade coming through, and Pred will find him as well. Exceed, everything going wrong for him there, but it will go back down to a 3 versus 3. Pred gets caught as well, and Seattle Surge, they'll get the first blood, but nothing more.
Bomb being down does help Surge out here. That trophy will help as well. Mack will be watching that cross, so he'll be getting some information. Now Accuracy will push, but into gunfire. Joe Deceives will find him. Mack in a 1v3.
Mack knows where Joe Deceives is going to be as well. He takes that first gunfight. Looking for the second. The snap is good, but unfortunately, it's a little bit better from LAG. And LAG take the lead in the search and destroy.
Nicely done. That's a good retake as well. Good forceful pressure after Pred is the one to find that first kill. It's a kind of bit of a fumble from Seattle in that situation. You had the numbers, the bomb down, you had control. You let it go. And not be too pleased with that one, LAG, though. Grasp that opportunity with both hands. Assault influential as ever. I think that's a 5 spree now from Adam. Can he keep it up? Cruise missiles on this map. Very influential. 7 and 3 from him. 3-2 LA Guerrillas. Much better from them. Nice retake coming through.
Already a stun check there. So we'll be communicating that to his teammates. There goes the nade check. I don't think it's going to do a lot to accuracy. We won't even get the hit marker with it either. For LAG, it will be a commit to the A site.
You really do want to try and think about getting this bomb down over towards A. LA Guerrillas, if they've done their homework. Yeah, okay, both two teams are good at getting the bomb down and holding it when that bomb does go down. But as far as teams retaking sites, Seattle Surge, there are not many worse than them. Very, very low down on the retake. Second worst, actually, at only 20% of the time. 18% over towards A. So if this bomb goes down, you pretty much got a 1 in 5 opportunity if you're LA Guerrillas.
Simp called it as well. They're going for it at the same time, but the trades, they go back and forth. It's a 2 versus 2. And the information from Seb all caused Seattle Surge to snap, but they weren't able to stop that bomb going down. Already the defuse, but he's alone. Pred's going on a flank, and he finds one. It's now down to a 1 versus 1 ton. Chaos kicked off a 1-bit information.
Oh, he's gone for the defuse nice and early as well. Assault will be stomping around the map and stomping just a little bit too late. Oh, Pred got off it, he got off it! Assault runs around now just trying to survive. Pred on the hunt.
Oh, Assault! What a round! What chaos! What fury! Unbelievable! We would need to see that in a full round replay just to figure out how the dominoes fell. But the information, Sib saw the bomb cross, called to his teammates. They're like, all right, let's roll. And everything hit the A side at the same time.
The one I really want to highlight, though, is Pred in that situation. You've kind of got time.
I don't know. I don't know how close he was.
He was very close, it looked like. You've got time to try and find the kill is probably what's in his mind if he does have to jump off it, but hey, I mean, just hope the bomb gives you some decent cover and stick it. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, of course, but once again, the attacking team get complete control of it. That bomb's going down, but there's a bigger one coming out of the sky.
There certainly is, and a lot of those trophies have already been burned. And that's why they have to get inside already. You can see them going for this Exceed. Tries to push out towards the back, and he finds one as well. Seattle Surge had to give up the sight. Their trophies were wasted, and LAG are swooping in for this. They can smell the blood in the water as they Jonas Seas finds one more. Nobody on the defuse yet, though, for LAG.
Not yet, but they have plenty of time. 20 seconds left to go now. You could do with clearing out at least one more. Nobody on the bomb, as you say. 15 seconds, getting scary.
Seattle Surge is just holding it. Accuracy keeps finding them, but no! Eventually they fall. Only needed a few more seconds, but LAG will take that round. They will get the retake they wanted. And it was 2 rounds of Seattle Surge. It's been 5 in a row for the LA Guerrillas.
And the difficulty there for LA Guerrillas is just, well, it's accuracy, isn't it? He's posted up towards the back. He's pretty much got eyes on bomb. You can't jump on it. That tag will shred you. So they have to clear them out as quickly as possible. The ice, very much there from LAG. They said they lacked it in the online stages. Don't believe they're a bad team at all. And they very much are clutching up here, though, against Seattle Surge. Now, map point on the ball with LA Guerrillas. Seattle Surge, you need 4 in a row here.
Is there hope? Pred already somehow gets that first blood on the Exceed. A complete evaporation. Pred is still moving for this one. Assault's going to catch a nade to the face. And he will fall as well. We spoke to Seattle Surge just before this tournament when they said they play around Pred. It is the tactics, it is the strategy of this team, and it's how it works. And it's for that exact reason, but Jonas Seas breaks through and down he falls eventually. A little bit of life for Seattle Surge, Tom.
It's 3 for the Aussie in that one. The second's absurd. I mean, Joe Deceives. I think Pred blinked it in and he died. It wasn't Joe Deceives, sorry, it was Exceed. Joe Deceives was the one who initially will then fall, obviously, towards the end. But the second kill, it's the snapper that he gets to then set himself up in the position to throw that nade over and find a kill. Flashy players coming in from Pred. Now making it a little bit more nervy for LA Guerrillas in this situation. Still in a good spot, still 5-3 up. Attacking round now for Seattle. What's the play from LAG? I'd imagine it's sit tight.
They are waiting. Can no longer afford any mistakes. They have to win 4 in a row. They've done the first. Will Pred go out? This accuracy is already going to find the first blood. There's always potential for Pred to bang out those doors, but there's no one really there for a trade. There might be now. The Civ is laying down bullets. The 2 versus 4. Seattle Surge into 1 versus 4. They will have another round back on the board. I don't think Joe Seems will make it, and he doesn't. He will fall. And will this go the distance, Ton?
Well, accuracy kind of just sets off the chain of events there. It's a slow peak round. The street side finds one. And then all of a sudden, you have to see LAG start kicking into gear. Are we going to cover over for accuracy? Has he pushed over towards the truck side? Should we push over towards A? There's a lot of questions going in the comms at that stage. You start to make a move, and Seattle Surge hold their irons, find the kills. 2 in a row now. That's not too far away for Seattle Surge to make this a round 11. Pred 12 and 5. 4 spree for him. If you can find a couple here, a cruise missile as well, wouldn't be a bad thing to head into round 11 if you can get there.
Actually, just trying to get out of here, make sure he doesn't get caught, doesn't give away that first blood. Both teams talking information now, figuring out where everybody is. For LAG, make sure nobody has got inside or broken through. We can see that they haven't. And this may be another case. Sib is on this Overwatch again. If he sees a player, CDL Search may hit this like they did last time.
Well, the Guerrillas would be in the perfect spot to answer to that. Pred still lingering. LA Guerrillas also lingering. Not making the push onto the side just yet. Pred, a little bit of information. That trophy is thrown over. They know that A is maybe in play. CDL Search might just hit this.
Pred, there's nades just ricocheting around him here. The information's been called. The dead silen's going to be popped. Actually finds him off the bomb as well. RCs will get Mack, and it's a huge gunfight that they both walk away from. It goes down to a 2 versus 2, but time is on Seattle's side, and so is the monster. Pred finds another one. Assault a 1 versus 1, but Pred has the bomb.
15 seconds. It's a big kill that come through because this will be Pred for the cruise missile. And to send us to a round 11. Assault, though, he's rotated around wonderfully. He would have got the information, Pred, that he was pushing over towards the B side, but he knows where the bomb is. Bomb goes down, Pred checks it. Oh, and Assault guns him! LA Guerrillas tie it up. It's Adam Assault to cause the damage. What a piece in this series. LA Guerrillas will not go quietly into the night.
And Pred thought he might have it. Assault repositions and snaps onto Pred before he can do anything there. He gave it up and was expecting more of a slow push, but the dead silence paid. And LAG take the S&D. They do not falter.
It was just a brilliant start from them. Great positional play, making it even difficult in the rounds that Seattle Surge were initially winning early doors. Yes, we've seen a resurgence from Surge throughout that Search and Destroy, mostly off the back of plays from Pred. 13 and 6 for the L from him, but it's a 12 and 5 scoreline from Assault. That will be the highlight for LA Guerrillas. The big 1v1 against Pred towards the end gets the better of him. And a gunfight that I would, if I had attack against Pred, I ain't winning it, I'll tell you that. I don't think the majority of players are. But Assault, that world champion MVP caliber player, making the difference there in the Search and Destroy. Bryce, we got a series.
We certainly do. An S&D just full of thrills and spills for everybody involved. It got chaotic when it needed to, but hey, roll on the rest of this series. We're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break with more Call of Duty League.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. The Call of Duty League is brought to you by the new series Citadel, premiering on April 28, only on Prime Video.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are live with Major number 4, all the way from Columbus, Ohio. And we have a game for you. LAG are going up against Seattle Surge, and it's all tied up 1-1. There's our beautiful production room showing us off some things and some memes.
Yeah, Fike never disappoints. Big Vegas guy. Yeah, look, a disappointing performance from there, but not so disappointing from LA Guerrillas so far. Not too bad in the hard point. Honestly, just started off maybe a little bit too slow, but since then, the Search and Destroy beautifully played. It's assault to clutch up to, well, just about not send it to around 11. Things getting a little bit scary for them, Pricey, but now we're heading into Control. Both these two teams played up against each other only 5 days ago. It's actually us casting it as well. And the LCLO Control went Seattle's way. It was a 3-0 series. It will not be the case this time around. A close game the other day, though. It was only a 3-2 victory for Seattle to close it out. It'll be difficult for them still here again, but in the online qualifiers, this was very much played exclusively by these two teams. 5 times for both the squads. 4-1 for Seattle, 1-4 for LAG. The records do lean towards Seattle, as they will often do so in all of the statistics, but sometimes when you're online, the statistics do not matter. LAG upset the odds and take a lead in the series here.
Well, let's see. How does this go? It's already different than last time, but how much different is the big question. Exceed has slipped through. Will they know that they've left this open? They will. Mack has already turned, and Exceed's flank comes to nothing. The pressure falls onto A.
I kind of really like that from Seattle. They don't even cover off bar. Mack's just like, yeah, we'll jump at the point. I can watch it from here. No problem. Doesn't necessarily get great timing. He just holds it up, walks around at the right time for Mack to find the gunfight. A, gone immediately. Barely any time from them. Gone there. Barely any time at all. That's a lot of time to get a hold of B.
It may even be the most time we've ever seen. I don't know if we've seen many caps that fast into a round. But now, of course, A and B, different animals. For LAG, they've got to make sure they keep pushing out and don't really allow Seattle Surge to bottle them back in here. And you can see the fights going on inside. It's probably going to be Joe Deceives. They rely on heavily for that.
Yeah, LA Guerrillas, of course, obviously with losing A so quickly, will have that opportunity to set themselves up towards B. You can dig those trenches. I say that. You see Arcides, who was pushed up, die. Assault also following him to the grave. Exceed is the only one who will get taken down as well. That's a clean one. That's around. It's done.
Yeah, that's the call of trophies down, Stack. We've got to get in. We've got to do it now, and it's rocketing through. Seattle Surge take the first control round very, very quickly.
I mean, it's one push over towards A, win your gunfights, get the point. One push over towards B, win your gunfights, win the point, win the round. That was pretty much textbook. I mean, look, as I was trying to say, to try and set up the rest of the round of what was going to be an astute defense by LAG over towards the field side. They did kind of everything they could possibly do. They were even laughing about themselves. Like, you know, you push up towards field, you get some blue control, get somebody in the middle of the map, and then all 4 of them die. You're just going to win a couple of gunfights. Assault and Exceed haven't managed one in that entire round.
Yeah, it's so weird looking at the scoreboard and seeing how few kills we've done in that round. It doesn't really feel like we've even started, but we have started, and Seattle Surge are looking to see if they can just get this one done quickly by the look of it. Already fighting back. LAG have gone for this first push onto B, and only Assault really offering up any competition to them.
The hallmark of a good player, to see not a single bullet missed. The shots through that, really. Defense is often my nemesis online, accuracy. LAG's nemesis over towards this field side as well. Finds 2, will slow down this attack. Backing them on up. Sib on a 4 spree, would quite like to make that 6. 2 more to go.
And Seattle Surge are putting the hurt onto LAG now. Wow. You think they're trying to get a little bit of positioning. Joe Deceives is still alive, but what he does from here, I'm not really sure. He's going to wait to find a kill, wait for his teammates to make some moves onto the map so he doesn't give up his positioning, but Bread just continues his reign of terror. They have no map positioning, they have no ticks, and they have no lives. They're all heading back to the respawn. Again, Joe Deceives is out. But what can they do?
They kind of need some help right now. The rest of the team just get farmed off spawn. So difficult. And then when Pred falls, accuracy is here to just lay down the herd as well. LAG, I mean, there's nothing you can do about this. 8 seconds to kill. Joe Deceives is now going to get inside the point. One more opportunity for LA Guerrillas. Looking like their best one, or was it? Oh my, this is
brutal. This is brutal. It is not great. That has been 2 very dominant rounds of control. And I don't know what to tell you, but this is not normal.
Well, you know, in our game that we casted yesterday, you know, we reiterated that we've seen a poor game from Temp not to hit on down on Vegas Legion, whilst, you know, they are very much down and bleeding. I think it was 2 kills in the first 2 rounds. Sib has got 7 and hasn't died, mate.
Well,
this is...
It's a weird one. It is a weird one. There's only 8 kills total from LAG in 2 rounds of control. That is extraordinary. And now Seattle Surge have an opportunity to put one of the most dominant control performances into the history books here in the CDL. Do LAG have something left?
Kills can come through from LA Guerrillas to maybe just slow some things down. A couple of kills underneath their belt will just stop what has been a ridiculous turn of events from Seattle Surge so far. Sib is on a different planet right now. 8 in a row. We're into round number 3. Going for the perfect game. I kind of don't want him to die, Bryce.
What I think he might do is committed here. Will reinforcements reach him in time? He does have a trophy covering. Seattle Surge are now here, and that's a little bit of timing. Sim won't find that one, and down he goes to Arsenes. And LAG still actually holding on here. A little bit better trades across the map.
The pressure has been here from Seattle Surge from the word go. LA Guerrillas have not been able to get any mid-map presence. Mack somehow gets out. Plenty of fire laid down towards Mackenzie, but surviving as a push over towards A is being materialized from the Seattle Surge. A couple of kills fell their way. Mack now locking down the locker side of the map here as well. This should be A gone unless XC can do something about it.
Well, here we go. 2 ticks between Seattle Surge and a map win. Here we go. This will give them the information. It probably won't get a kill. There should be trophies about that they can all cower between. They're looking for one on the tree, and he's actually going to get it. Those Thieves is going to go down. Assault will be the last player left here, and he will fall as well. It's all going to go down to Arsenes, who finds at least 1 kill to put Seattle Surge back a step.
The only thing that they got was close spawns, though. Joe Deceives can't find anything. Sib will be able to push forward, but because of those close spawns, Seattle Surge cannot have the luxury of jumping on. Didn't position themselves correctly to force that spawn over towards the back left, which would have given LA Guerrillas pretty much no hope. So to bounce back from LAG, numbers not on their side though, only 12 lives remaining, may well be 11 in a second. Trophy system was down this time. Seattle Surge still keeping the button on the trigger though. The pressure is still on.
And the issue, Tony, is that these trades are actually pretty even. Probably Seattle Surge actually have lives to throw away. There is no map control here for LAG. They are forced to fight from spawn just to hold on. 2 more kills going down. Actually looking for it. Will eventually fall. Only Mack getting a kill there in the end. And with 50 seconds left to go, it is almost lives over for LAG.
Yeah, they can't afford to trade like they have been over the past couple of minutes. Seattle Surge farmed them initially, and that's what's given them this cushy little lead. Mack now just trying to find some kills. LAG, you've got to sit tight. 6 lives remaining, and plenty of time for Seattle to find them. 5 lives now. Sim will find another. Fred looking for their shots. That's a Vaznev, and will get gunned because of it. 10v5. Time is on LAG side. The numbers are not.
Well, actually, that's a huge kill for them as well. There we go. No respawns remaining, but it probably won't come down to that. The time is falling away. 10 seconds. Seattle Surge must get across the map. All LAG have to do is hold the irons, and that is exactly what they are doing. Not allowing anybody to move. It's a 3 versus 6, but the real 3 is in the time. And LAG hold.
Whew. It's a stressful one. Very quickly running out of lives if LA Guerrillas. But Seattle Surge running out of time. It was that initial B hit that came through from Surge that really did, I don't want to say butcher that round, but it bled that time a lot, didn't it? Was it that typical thing I quite like to talk about was about dangling that carrot. You know, you go towards that harder point, you find a little bit of success. So you're like, okay, off the respawn, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep that pressure up. We know they're on the back foot. But if that just goes on that little bit too long, makes the latter stages of your round, if you don't get a hold of B early, just that little bit more difficult. LA Guerrillas, some sort of hope after what was, well, hopeless rounds 1 and 2.
Now they're just trying to make a move here. You can already see them going for this inside control. The problem is, Seattle Surge have B side control. They are already at A as well. Exceed is trying to find a gap here, and Simp is still alive though, and Mack will find him eventually. It's a lot of movement, it's a lot of posturing and positioning, but nothing there for LAG.
Not working out so far. But what a turnaround this would be if LAG can bring it back and win the control. Imagine. This moment in time, it's not looking likely, but still plausible. Lives not on their side, as they often, well, haven't been at any stage in this map. Seattle Surge just put them to the sword from pretty much the word go. Attack over towards it. And the Guerrillas, plenty bodies here, but Seattle Surge are here in force as well. Pred accuracy will find 2. This may well be a clearer of LAG. Thieves finds 1 though. And a 2.
Hope is always alive. 28 seconds left, and they will have to do something. Pred is looking for his 6th. For LAG, they must get some more time on the board. It hasn't been a terrible round for them. A huge kill by Arsenes. It will stop the cruise missile. He gets onto the point. But reinforcements are a world away. The other side of bar as Arsenes continues to go to work. A one-man mission to keep the control alive.
Just kept the pressure on. Seattle Surge now will have to find a break back into the site if they want to retake, but I don't think they'll be panicking too much. Sound cues will be there for LAG. Mack now, no need to make that retake. It is going to go over to Guerrillas. They will lock that one in. Now just putting himself in an awkward position, but doesn't need to because Pred will find 2. 24 to 15. A minute to find the push. Seattle Surge firmly in this driving seat, Price. But it's one good break. That's all it takes.
And do they find it? Being careful. Thieves is already going to go down. Everything slows down a little bit here as LAG playing on tender hooks. They do not want to fall. Exceed going a little bit crazy. Look at this player on platform who's already got out.
He's forced to spawn over towards the left side though, but will get taken down. Pred will manage to find him, but for Seattle Surge, you don't really have a lot of map control here. LA Guerrillas can post themselves up onto this point, or in and around it, force Seattle Surge to have to come to them, but save Mack. Pred will all combine. It's only Exceed left with 30 seconds to go. Teammates respawning up now. But LA Guerrillas got all the hard work to do again.
For an LAG fan, it's time to cross those fingers or start praying. They need a miracle. They need something. Ghosty will find the first. Arsenes will find the second. Exceed will find the third. And maybe the Preds have been after only accuracy left alive. He has to hold off the whole of LAG while his teammates rush to reinforce him. And down he will fall. The clock is stopped. But is it enough?
The lives again are on Seattle's side, but they need to make this push very, very quickly. Simp pushing towards the fences. The second tick's already in. The third one's about to follow. After those first 2 rounds, if you had told me we're heading to a round number 5, I'd have called you delusional. And yet here we are. LA Guerrillas, they don't have give up in them at all.
Exceed is 9 and 23. I think I saw Mack on 7 and 22. But hey, KD doesn't always matter. If LAG can do this, it will be the most ridiculous of comebacks we have probably ever seen on a control. They were being whooped on this map, and they've brought it back to here.
Seattle Surge, I don't want to say resting on their laurels, but a few occasions, complete control, chilling, no problem. Few
Look
players
at the
fall.
slaying difference.
Oh man, I mean, if LA Guerrillas go on to win this, we sowed the seed early doors, but I didn't think it would happen, Bryce. Yeah, you know, we talk about selling the dream. Still potential for LA Guerrillas here. It's a big hit over towards the B side. Mack not able to find anything. Thieves guns him out of his socks. Simp's the only one who can answer. A lot of pressure for LA Guerrillas over towards the B side immediately.
Simp is taking bullets everywhere, but they just cannot get him out of that power position. That's a huge kill from him in the end. Arsenes is going to fall to accuracy as well. The fires were lit for LAG. The Gondor does not ride to their aid at this point.
Oh, nice from Assault. Nice reference as well. I was saying it in my mind. Good call. Exceed though. Keeping things rolling. And that pressure just is unrelenting from LA Guerrillas downfield side. Gotta watch for the flank though. Accuracy has set himself up there. He's not left for quite some time. Second tick, not quite in. Seattle Surge just about to sweep over towards the LA Guerrillas side. They will find the kills. Assault's the only one who can answer. So LA Guerrillas, that is 45 seconds or more wasted over towards B. You do not get that second tick either. Just the one. So now you have to concentrate your efforts over towards A. But Sib is ready and waiting. Pred and Co will, of course, defend over towards the B side. You don't want to lose that, but the A push inevitably coming through.
Seattle have a good position for a retake here if they wanted. Accuracy is watching long. Sib is up top. They're going to squeeze this. They are going to look to take this away from them as well. They still have position while that clock is stopped. Looking for this first kill. It's huge if he can make it. Assault still gets it. Sib is being made irrelevant. They aren't going towards him. Both points are now being taken.
27 seconds. Now the Guerrillas have kept this slaying tight. And maybe they're just starting to believe, but Pred wants to wipe that belief from their minds. Mack will find one over towards the top hill, and this will be some small amount of control for Seattle Surge. A now gone. Time extended. Heart rates rising. Seattle Surge can now start to try and find some control. Clear the point. LA Guerrillas, you got a minute to do something about it here. Keep up the intensity. You may well come up with a crazy comeback on control.
LAG have a fire lit.
Wow.
This is turned from a beating to a possibility. Exceed and Pred waiting for it as well. A little bit of timing. Exceed wins the gunfight. It's another huge one. Mack will get away with it. If he had lost that, it could have been disastrous. 40 seconds left to go here. LAG looking for one of the greatest control comebacks we will have seen.
I was about to say, it looks like they've run out of steam, but all of a sudden, out of nothing, Joe Deceives will find two. Pred's the only one who can answer. Spawned up from Seattle Surge, they're not too far away, but LA Guerrillas are on the point.
They are. They're holding it. They have bodies here as well. Pred is moving into action. He's looking for the players. And Joe Deceives takes him down. 20 seconds left to go. Mack waiting for Exceed, who's jumping across the point. The stun will come through as well. They are back onto this point. LAG have bodies. They have numbers. Mack looking to gun. Exceed and Pred both trading into it as well. Huge gunfight. Sybil with it. And is that going to be enough? LAG do not have the numbers. It finds a second. And it is disaster and heartbreak for LAG. Warriors to the end of the control. But the Cinderella story is not true. The glass slipper is smashed. And we go to a hard point with Seattle in the lead.
I mean, you look at the faces of Seattle Surge. They do not look happy. That, based on what happened in round number 1 and number 2, a lot more stressful than it needed to be. For LA Guerrillas, at the same time, you talk about it not necessarily being the happiest of endings. Yeah, well, Mark, you kind of saying our sentiments there. That was a good effort, a really good effort.
Great work from Mark. Guys, you did really well. Proud of you.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, could have gone the other way. But resilience, I think, is the story of that control. Seattle Surge beat up LAG in the first 2 rounds like we have almost never seen. LAG ignored it. They shrugged it off and they fought back to the bitter end. One tick and a gunfight may have been the difference.
They got outslayed by 37. And still nearly bloody won it. I love Call of Duty. LA Guerrillas. Very close to getting it done, but Seattle Surge. You know, you have to talk about the first 2 rounds realistically. Yes, okay, the comeback from LA Guerrillas was very respectful. But Seattle Surge in these first 2 rounds, that looked like what would happen if I ran into the Surge squad in ranked play. It was decimation.
8 kills in 2 rounds. 8 kills in 2 rounds.
Sib was 9-0 at one stage after 2 rounds. It was absurd. He had more kills combined in the first 2 rounds than the entire LA Guerrillas. I mean, and that has to be
somehow.
yeah, and yet somehow. I mean, look, that's why, you know, control at its best can be one team in control dominating the entire round. You can have 4 lives to 30 and you can still win it. Unlikely, but you know, plausible still.
As well, by the way, I think the play on A in that final round was sublime. They knew Sib had radio control, and instead of committing resources to try and deal with it, they made him irrelevant. They defended the other angles, kept out of his line of sight, and got that A down. The end of that control ton. The end of that control ton is something that many people will watch over and over again because LAG were on the cusp. Look at the slaying difference.
Hey, my maths was good. It was great, actually. Spot on. 37. That is... well, as close as a 37 kill outslayers I've ever seen in the end. In terms of the rounds that go towards it, those KDs from Seattle Surge will not tell the story of this game. Dominance from them in rounds 1 and 2. Next couple, though, questionable. Just about get the job done and will send us to an Embassy hardpoint with a lead, and they will be feeling a lot more confident than, well, maybe they were in that round number 5. Embassy coming up, of course, these two teams playing up against each other just the other day, 5 days ago. It was a 250 to 146 scoreline in favor of Surge. It was very, very comfortable throughout. They'd be wanting to do just that after what was a very nervy game number 3. They'll want to close out the series as soon as they can and start the losers bracket 1.
Well, what awaits us in the hardpoint ton? It could be anything. We've seen it go back and forth between the two squads. It's only right it does it one more time. It's a pep talk for LAG. Words of inspiration flowing into the headsets. Will it be enough? Are the words going to light a fire one more time? Or the Seattle Surge put LAG to bed and out of this tournament?
That would be the likely story, right? It always seems to be the case, though. Now, LA Guerrillas have got some fight in them, and they're going to need to bring every ounce of ability that they have if they want to take this map number 4, major number 4, and send us to a Search and Destroy. They look great on Fortress, Search and Destroy. How will they look in Embassy? Well, we might never know. The record speaks for itself, though. Seattle Surge, the rotational rank percentage, very different to what we see on HyDra. A 10-5 record. Send fear into the hearts of LAG. But look, LAG, when they first formed this team, when the academy lineup stepped up, how good were they on Embassy? If they could find even an iota of that form, they'll be able to give Seattle Surge a game here. But last time around, it was Seattle all day long. About a 90-point victory. They'll be feeling confident they can do that again. Bryce Seal can. LA Guerrillas, show us map number 5. I like that map number 5, to be honest. I quite like it.
Well, let's find out if that is true. LA Guerrillas, I don't know whether it's disappointment or at least happy they found something going in the control, but we will see how they deal with the hard point. And if you've watched this map before, you know exactly what happens in the opening engagements. Positioning around P1 to P2.
Yeah, I think you make an important point there. It's kind of a double-edged sword for LA Guerrillas, that comeback. If you got smoked 3-0, you're like, oh, okay. Well, it is what it is, but it was the hope that sometimes does indeed kill you. LA Guerrillas, though, setting up towards the tennis court side. Seattle Surge are so good at this P2 rotation. Locking down over towards the parking lot. Well, very rarely you will see anyone but accuracy. Up top, holding it down. Being taken down, though, Assault will find that first kill, and maybe LA Guerrillas can kick themselves into motion here and start heading over towards P2. Oh my god.
Exceed did not find Mack when he wanted him, and now Seattle Surge actually have a perfect hold here for P2. They have the positionings. They're probably going to try and push out on Ambulance, especially if you're Pred. He'll wrap that at some point, but actually just putting the pressure on by hitting the front.
See accuracy over towards the tennis court side. Just gonna watch the cross for the team. Even if he can't find the kills, which, well, he likely will. It's accuracy at range, attack in hand. He'll butter them up for the rest of the team who are ready and waiting. Seattle Surge are just so strong at this hill every single time. Look over towards the side of LAG. Not strong at all in terms of the points accumulated over towards P2. Worst team in the game with it. When they get over towards P5, though, that's where a lot of their success does come. So if they can find a good rotation to P3, keep things in touch and do what you do on P5, then hey, you're looking good. Good kills coming in from Simp, though. This scrap time, not going to quite go over towards Seattle. It may well do, but the good fight's over towards the rotation. 50-50 so far.
There's a huge fight for it, as well as both teams come in on both times of the sites. Joe Seed is going to be here first. Reinforcements from LAG. They're not worried about P2 anymore. Gonna see some more trophies down.
Oh, good shots coming in from us, so these had to be there. But look at this setup, Pred over towards PD. Seattle Surge tightening the vice, pushing in over from the car park side. Accuracy with a child. Joe Deceives with the good shots. Mack on his way as well. And that vice is very slowly, quite slowly tightening from Seattle Surge. Good kills coming in from LA Guerrillas. 40 seconds to play with here over towards P3. Gonna soak up the majority.
Mack goes for the chow, and he's going to find the first one. Unfortunately, took a little bit too much damage. And will force Seattle Surge are not in a position to chow this again. So it will be a pretty comfortable lead here for LAG going into this next rotation time.
Listen, don't you need to get on the point, though. 20 seconds to go. The cross is there from Sid. Now Seattle Surge. Can't really make yourself a presence over towards that P3 side. Arcides with 27 HP. You wouldn't mind a grenade on its way, but Joe deceives from behind. We'll find one onto Sid. Yeah, fantastic spawn from Pret. Put it up as well. The rest of LAG not close, but Joe deceives causing problems.
He's trying to stay alive here. Eventually will fall. Seattle Surge were always in position for this, but Joe Deceives was round towards the back and it allowed him to do some damage. Seattle Surge righting the ship, though. They've rotated. They've made sure they've got into these positions. It's a horrible break into it. Too many corners, desks, and all the little places you have to look.
A lot of different areas to break. First 2 kills. Falling through, make it 3. Assault's the only one who can answer. Last time around we've seen this game between these two, they kind of traded over towards the aBeZy side. Mack now trying to lock it down, but the break comes through. LA Guerrillas keeping this very, very close. 20 seconds to play for rotational gunfights. Not going to happen for Arcides quite yet. Looking to try and get the cross. Probably wasn't expecting to play towards the back, and they're probably not expecting Pred in the middle of the point. 10 seconds to go. That's going over towards LAG, but look at this rotation. Fully belonging to Seattle Surge right now. Kitchen is locked down.
There you can see it starts to get a little bit tense between these two teams. Both have been renowned for that hard point on more than one occasion. Who's going to fall first? LAG looking to stack through this. They know they're going to have to trade. You don't get this clean most of the time. Exceed though finds 2. Unbelievable, just breaking straight into the point. Seattle Surge not really answering in the end.
Yeah, Mack just turns around at the wrong time. Accuracy gets caught out. And LAG somehow find a break. It's a decent lead for them as well. Ticking up towards that 20-point mark. The Seattle Surge may well be getting nervous at a potential map number 5 coming up, but still a lot of hard points to go. Sib and Cole find a break in. There's those 20 points I was talking about. That lead that belonged to LA Guerrillas. Taken out in the blink of an eye. It's a really, really good first rotation. In terms of the competitiveness, in terms of how close it's been, LA Guerrillas fighting for this final bit of scrap time. Want to get that PD on car park control if they can. 2 kills coming in from Simp, though. Only 1 answer from Joe Deceives. We are all tied up after 1 rotation.
It's the perfect storm for these two teams. So Surge will grab a little bit of time on P1 to begin with, but they should probably be knocked off that fairly swiftly against LAG. You can see them surrounding it. They're also fighting for positioning up top. Assault will try and make that kill, but Accuracy is already wise to it. Eventually, Arcides stops the bleeding from P1. And they're worried. They're like, where are these last players?
And I want to say that you can see almost the respect given from LA Guerrillas to the abilities of a player like Accuracy. He's always in that position where he wants to get that control over towards the top car park side above kitchen. They're sending so many bodies to that side. You can already see Assault. He's looking in that direction. Joe Deceives trying to get the kitchen control so they can help them out with these gunfights. But it's not Accuracy you have to worry about this time around. It's Pred. Causing havoc with the SMG, but the rotational fights for LA Guerrillas working out in their favor. They can get this car park controlled themselves. They're in a good spot to get some good time at P2.
There you can see again, LAG here first this time. The pressure towards the back is coming through, but LAG will get the kills they need. Still fighting towards the back here. Seattle Surge in a good position to get this pinch going as well as Pred hits the heady. And LAG are slowly but surely bleeding out onto this.
Spawning close to the point, but you can see Seattle Surge now doing their usual. Wrapping through tennis, getting to up top, Accuracy. About to lay the fire down from a couple of different angles, but here come the rest of Seattle Surge now. The pressure starting to amount. LA Guerrillas still in the lead, but it doesn't feel like for very long. Arcides will fall as well. It's a lovely break from Surge. 25 seconds to go, and once again over towards P3. It's looking like LA Guerrillas are going to be here first. Can they get as much time as they did last time? No.
A huge boon if they can. Let's find out how they are feeling on the cusp of a potential game 5 with a listen-in with the LA Guerrillas.
They're spawning Ivy. They're spawning Ivy. Let's get what's old. Let's get what's old, guys.
Ivy, I'm 1 shot hill. I just said I needed it. Listen, guys. Do not shot gas.
One P1, guys.
I bridge.
I'll pitch you off. I'll pitch you off.
Shot gas. I need a trophy whenever.
I don't have one.
Top office, Damon. Top office.
Ladder.
In bottom orange. Fuck.
Charlie bridge, absolute.
All
good. This team, work kills. We have to throw attacks here from gas.
Yeah, I'll
throw all of our attacks. One could have pushed up Ghosty or some shit.
Yeah. Or
Could be ready. Could be ready. Yep.
Hit him with the
Sonic
nade
should be done.
with the nade and stun.
I didn't hit him.
Orange block, or red block.
He's tagged.
Block, dead end.
Nice shot, let's
Look
do
at
it.
me. AC, one bullet, Joe.
One shot. I hit him once.
I'm nading it.
I naded it. Yeah.
We're good.
Hey, now, I'm one shot. Another one.
You guys play now.
Could be P1. Could have pitched P1.
Nothing top orange.
Actually, leave me.
I'm in the back. I'm waiting for you guys.
Look here,
Top office. Don't chop. He's left
Watch
window.
out. Oh no.
He's left window, top office.
Got me in your match.
Alright, Joe finesse.
You're by yourself.
Joe, what's top office?
Office, absolutely.
HQ pad. Yeah,
S1.
S1. I can't.
Where do you?
He's down.
S1 child out.
And there's guys
You push out palm. You push out deep palm.
I start back back door. Because we got halls.
Max,
challenge here.
Go around.
Yeah, I got flanking halls.
Lamar still palm. S1.
Stay down.
Spawn out right. S1.
Alright, slow down.
I have the call.
LAG with some really good comms as they try to keep a lid on this Seattle Surge team. Fighting back and forth all over this point as Shotzzy keeps going for the entry. But they haven't been able to hold on to it with any sort of solidity.
No, I mean, look, Seattle Surge were the first ones here. They got themselves set up. And LA Guerrillas just kept it scrappy. There's another few kills falling their way. They know where accuracy is, and it's all about assault and Joe deceives. It may not be anything clean in those situations, but it doesn't need to be if you win the last gunfight, which they did on multiple occasions. Simp, though, is he actually going to be able to find the scrap time? No, he isn't. 10 seconds going over towards the side of LAG. It will be a slight lead as we head over towards their preferred hill. Assault will find one. Exceeds in the kitchen trying to cook up a comeback from LA Guerrillas. It's not going to happen. Surge will lock in this rotation. They were there at P4. They need to lock in P5.
And after he's just trying to play his life. He knows he has to be here for the trade of the teammates as they do manage to find their way into this hill as well. These two teams are fighting to the bitter end. And now LAG will take the lead over Seattle Surge. Seattle spawning out some distance, and Arseny's also going to take down Simp. That pinch is not going to be perfect.
The cross watched, but he's been taken down. Kremp will find one. Knows one's going to be sent in the corner. He will just try and slow them down as long as he can. Self finds one. Seed with the grenade. Simp now in a 1v1 will get taken down. LA Guerrillas, 25 seconds left here over towards P5. Seattle Surge may have one more stab at this hill for what is going to be a minute amount of time. But whatever happens, heading into the third rotation of hills, it will be an LA Guerrillas lead. And they may well get all the scrap time as well. The trades are wonderful. They break 200.
LAG are not going down without swinging hard, and they are swinging with everything they got. Shotzzy looking for his sixth, the cruise missile. And they are 40 seconds away from taking Seattle Surge down on this map. It looked like it could have been Seattle's so many times. But now they must do the final hurdle, P1 to P2. Seattle cannot afford to bleed out on any of these hills either.
The hard work and determination from map number 3 has bled into map number 4. LA Guerrillas, you can't let a lot of time go over towards Surge here. You do not want them close as we head over towards P2. Exceed, though, is running rings around them. Inside of PD and inside of toilet. Simp might be the next one, the chopping block, with the way that Exceed is shooting right now. 25-26. Is he going to fall? The cover is there from his teammates. But thinking about P2, we're there in 10 seconds. But that 10 seconds is going to belong to LA Guerrillas. They will be 20 away by the time we get over towards P2. Seattle Surge have dug the trenches, but crucially, the amount of time they've been picking up at P2s because of that control over towards the car park side. Preda's there, he is lingering, but it's not an AR. And here comes the push from LAG.
First comes the cruise. Now come the tax and the grenades and the pressure, and they are backing off as well as they know. They know it's going to be trouble, but enough trophies are down. LAG have got their toes somewhere near this P2 point. Seattle Surge must fight for this every single step. A break could be disastrous.
See, we'll find one. Best case scenario for LAG here, even if you can keep them off it. It's beautiful. 25 seconds remaining on it. They're already on the point, and now Seattle Surge not spawning in the best position whatsoever. Pred's gonna have to work up some magic, but Joe Deceives will gun him. LA Guerrillas are 15 away, and with a decent hold on the point.
They can win this here as well. They just need to make sure that nothing else falls back, because he does find the second one as well. The contest will come in. It is no longer possible for them either, and they will fall. LAG, the rotation here, it's going to be Arseny's versus, and Arseny's wins the gunfight! He goes through orange, he finds it as well, he's broken them! Seattle Surge, that may be everything done! It will be a fight as well, Exceed, keeping them off the point, 4 seconds left, and LAG will take us onto a map number 5. Unbelievable from Arsenes there in the end. We saw him moving through orange on the mini-map. They were waiting for him. And he said, doesn't matter. I'll burst out, bang you out of this hill. We will end the game regardless of rotation. And it's another map 5 here at the Major.
The Majors do not disappoint. LA Guerrillas. As soon as they got a hold of that lead, they gripped onto it tightly and did not let it go. Fighting tooth and nail for every single scrap of point. And when the holds came, they were so good, especially over towards P3. They soaked up so much time there. And we'll give a shout out to Joe Thieves. 29-25, it's a good stat line. We see better from him, but it was the moment over towards P4. PD control is there for Surge. It is complete. The perfect setup you want. Finds 2, and he gets that ball rolling of scrappiness between the two teams. It's about trades, it's about staggering. Back and forth, the fights went. It was LAG who came out on top. The lead at that stage was solid. A great hold over towards P5. The rest is history. LAG have forced us to see an embassy search and destroy. What a series.
It has been. It really has been. And I feel like people are forgetting just how back and forth it's always been between these two teams in this series. A lot of people still think about that control and everything else, but all of it doesn't matter now. Everything's in the past. Map 5 beckons us from the depths. We'll see you after this break for the thrilling conclusion of this game.
The Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck, and upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
Once more into the breach, my dear friends. Once more, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. We are heading for another Map 5 here in Columbus, Ohio. It's a beautiful day outside, I'm sure, but it's even better inside. The studio is ready for a showdown. Which one of these two teams goes out top 12? A lot of people before this time would have said LAG. The fight is alive.
I was thinking we were going to have a quick series here, Bryce. I'm not going to lie to you. Seattle Surge, the bounce back after yesterday. I don't want to say it. Well, yeah, actually, I'll go ahead and say it. A flat performance against FaZe. And now they're coming to this against LA Guerrillas. And have they maybe underestimated this squad's potential? We've not really seen it on every single facet yet from LA Guerrillas, but this will be a big win in their season. Especially with teams who are on the bubble. 4 champs qualification. Falling down very, very quickly. A win for LAG would be good, but look at this. This is this season. This one I spoke about at the first Search and Destroy. Record online. The best in the league in terms of round win percentage. Online when it comes to Search and Destroy for Surge. It has not been good. 8-3 online, 1-6 at LAN. Will it be 2-6 at LAN after this, or will a player like Assault do what he did in that second map on Fortress? Can he do it on Embassy? It's a map 5. And it's a 1 that LAG will be feeling confident on. They were great in the first Search. Their statistics look better on this map than they do for Surge as well. Let's get it on.
Oh, there's the exploding cars out of the way, but Exceed's still going to take a stud to the face. Will have the sniper in hand. LAG look at the middle push, but Jonas Thieves open up with first blood, but it is instantly traded down to a 3 versus 3. Mack finds a second. And now the issue for LAG, Tan, is going to be no map control and no numbers.
You can't actually write the timing that Exceed just got. Moves away for just a second, readjusts his angle as accuracy eventually comes out of cover. Accuracy will find Exceed as well, and now Salt left in it. Incomprehensible 1 versus 3. Not a lot you can do from here, especially without that bomb.
You would love to go up that ladder, but unfortunately, it is made of sound. He knows he's up there as well. He's going for it. Simp is watching as well. The pistol will do no good. And there is the first blood. Seattle Surge.
Yeah, well played from Surge. Open breaks coming through from Mack. We didn't exactly see how it went down, but I think for LAG in that scenario, look, you're attacking. If you want to hit towards that side and use the sniper, you don't have the trophies. I don't think round 1's the one to do it in. Look how much utility they wasted just to get rid of the cars. Like, you would love to send that over towards accuracy. You would love to keep a hold of that to get somebody maybe off top P3. Wasting it just so you're a sniper player who finds nothing, by the way, to not get blown up initially at the break. I'm not sure I love it.
Hey, sometimes adjustments have to be made. Sometimes the call doesn't go the way you want it. Still plenty of S&D to be played here. Sib and Pred will get the first blood again. Seattle started off well on the last S&D. They seem to be doing it again here, but Jonas Thieves. He swings in. It gets a little bit of panic in Seattle Surge. They actually have to reevaluate the entire battle line.
Well, they were expecting to push him from mid-alley. Setting this up immediately. Oh, Mack is going to gun him out of his socks, though. Jonas Thieves, nothing you can do about that. Good shots coming in. Assault, once again, a similar story. It's a 1v3 for him to try and clutch this round away for LA Guerrillas, but he's going to bomb to defuse as well. This is basically impossible, Bracey.
Yeah, it is. They just were never going to give him time of day. Too many bodies, too many shoulders, too many angles. Seattle Surge go up 2-0 on the S&D. We have seen it before.
I actually focus a lot of their time when it does come down to this map and the Search and Destroy on their attack end rounds. The second best offensive win rate at 60%. When they get that bomb down, it bumps up to 82%. We haven't seen them have that opportunity. Obviously, round number 1 got cut short from Mack finding 2 to break things open. And Pred and Co do exactly what LAG will want to do in this round. Get that bomb down quickly over towards base. Yeah, Surge are going to be ready for this on the cross, though.
And Mack with a 4-0. Just playing a little bit careful. LAG haven't taken any map control. They now don't really have a lot of avenues to go where they can actually find anything. Mack almost catches something there. that is actually giving LAG just the tiniest window of opportunity. This is unbelievable. The forcing Mack back away from mid has allowed them to get bombed down.
Yeah, great use of the utility exceed once again on accuracy. Getting some bad timing. Not that time, though. Timing exists no longer for accuracy as he will fall to the respawn queue, and Sib now in a 1 versus 4. Much better from LA Guerrillas, and I love the attack plays. You throw them out. Nothing that Mack can do about the cross. The bomb goes down. The round goes to LAG. 2-1 now. Starting to bring this one back. There's the players in the background. A lot of them with a bit of a day off. A lot of them ready and waiting for their losers matches as well. If it doesn't get more intense than this, and a round for LAG will settle those nerves just a little bit.
And as teams warm up in the background, it is already hot here on the main stage. I will give credit to LAG as well. Again, the patience they displayed there. They weren't being too aggressive. And just maybe recognizing that mid was open. They gave it everything they had. Here we go, though. Will they be able to tie this one back up? Already aggressive push coming out of Seattle. Actually, no. They back off from it. It's going to be a more patient play.
See if Sib can find some picks here. Oh, don't you dare. Lift your pretty little head up, aBeZy. The scope of Sib is ready to take your head off. Stun's going to go out. Thieves actually going to start to push this grenade out as well. He's in a bad spot. We'll back down. We'll push into the site, though, and Pred is ready and waiting. Would have been great comms from Seattle Search to make that happen. First blood goes their way.
And now aBeZy will be feeling the pressure. Pred with the dead silence.
Did he
the
hear it?
doors. What's open? I think he knows the player is there as well. aBeZy is right outside, and oh, what timing! Oh my goodness! It's the most ridiculous collateral. I don't understand. Mack got him, and he just ended up getting his teammate. But it is a 2 versus 3. It wasn't a collateral. I don't even know what happened. It was unbelievable timing, regardless. But LAG need a retake.
Sib nearly caught 2 of his teammates there, to be honest with you. And the retake will have to come on through. It's just going to be so difficult with the bomb on this side of things. Sib defending from an advanced position, finding another. Oh my god, Sib! It's disgusting! Seattle Surge accelerating into a lead again. And it's big plays from Sib again and again.
That sniper will take anybody that it can take. That was kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. I thought he hit the car, but it doesn't really matter. Seattle Surge 3-1 to the good. And now that is something they will have to fear for the rest of the game. LAG, they see it. They will have to adjust every single way they play.
Need to start getting this bomb down as much as they can. Seattle Surge have succeeded every single time that they have as well, and the grenades will stop that initial push coming through. Sib gets himself into this position again. He's been so dangerous at 4-on-1. Looking to continue to keep that pressure on LAG, who do not want to make this push. And not only is he hitting bullets through cars, he's taking bullets to the face. Sib's surviving. And can he find anything himself?
Oh, and he's just taking bullets. They're locking him down. They're not giving him the room to move. Teammates on the flank, though. Pred looking to find something. Actually finds Exceed. And it is pressure that falls onto LAG. They need to get this bomb down, and Pred gets it, but he will not stop the bomb going. A 2 versus 3 for LAG, but they have been displaced. It is a fight to the bitter end, and only aBeZy remains.
No, aBeZy will catch accuracy, though, who's firing towards the site. Sim down to 1v1.
Oh, it's a snipe off. Back to the attack. He goes for it as well as Sib flies out. And aBeZy's with the 1 versus 2. What a round.
And it's just big pressure that comes in from Seattle over towards PD. And Sib just surviving. At that stage, even being a distraction with the sniper is solid enough if your teammates can clean up the kills. But aBeZy finds 3 in the round and the 1v2 on top of it. The kill on accuracy then made it very difficult for Sib. Slow and steady wins the race for aBeZy. LA Guerrillas staying within touching distance here. 3-2 now. Assault yet to really get on the board and show us the performance again. Like we've seen in map number 2. It's a swift attack over towards B again. Sib with another snipe. Exceed will fall. First blood for Seattle once more.
Assault gets one back on accuracy, though. That bomb will go down. It will give Seattle the advantage completely. But Thieves on the flank. It is just trading across the map as the two teams play chess, not checkers. Pred, last alive, looking to make a move here. That bomb's already been defusing. Does he have the feet fast enough to get there? No, he goes the wrong way. Top orange, and that bomb will already be defused. Pred was moving, but unfortunately, just nothing else with it. And we are now 3-3.
Bomb goes down and Seattle lose control of the site immediately. Just can't let that happen in that situation. It's Joe Deceives over towards the backside. Simp may well find the first blood, but that's the danger of having a sniper. You got somebody there who, an SMG like Joe Deceives is pushing towards you. It's going to take a flashy play, a minor miracle to stop him slaying you towards the back of your spawn and create chaos in the Seattle ranks. But look at this push that's coming through from Priestahh, getting so aggressive, playing that close corner. He'll spring into action as soon as LAG give him some information.
Oh my goodness, what is going on? Everybody diving, everybody dying. Pred's going to fall as well. Exceed has had to give up his point. I mean, the sniper is now in control. The bomb is out of their hands. LAG did not want it to go this way. Nobody on Overwatch as Pred just runs about. And Simp will just put the final nail in the coffin this round, surely. Exceed has a sniper, but that bullet don't fly 4 ways. It will get accuracy, though.
This would be a hell of a 1v4. Time, information, lacking. LAG send out. Honestly, I mean, I'm not even quite sure why Joe Deceives his dolphin dived out of the top window. Would have been flashy if he pulled off the kill, but never likely. Exceed now being met with a brick wall of Seattle Surge players who will take the lead again. It's always felt like they've been comfortable here. It's never felt like LAG have quite had that extra step that Seattle seemed to have this time around. 4-3, still very close. But it feels like Seattle's to lose at the moment.
And it does rest on how the rest of these rounds go. For Seattle, a tiny bit of a cushion. But is it going to be enough? The intensity of these player comms and the adrenaline in their systems will be telling. Cannot make any more mistakes.
Pressure again coming in from Seattle. First blood for Seattle again. Bombs going down. LA Guerrillas just being a little bit too soft towards this side. Pred is running amok, but Velocities will find one as Exceed finds a second. Pred having nightmares of that orange push. Numbers belong to LAG. Simp and accuracy, can you hold it down?
They have to get here, that is the thing. They have to go and get Simp. They need to take him out. He's been so dangerous for them so far. Time is ticking away here for LAG. They need to move or the clock will defeat them rather than anything else, but actually laying prone. The last player alive is a 1 versus 3 and it flies out and it's a retake from LAG. Back to a 4 versus 4. Unbelievable from both teams. Seattle Surge got the first blood. They got the bomb down. They took the position, but they weren't able to get anything else. So many people watching this game in the stands. And you can feel it. Their players have been in this position before. It is not nice.
We are so close to another Game 5, Round 11. We're so close, folks. LAG just doing it the hard way. They seem to give up that control of B. Sorry, I'm delusional. Every single round. This time around, though, they don't go to take it themselves. Look at this aggression coming through. Exceed's gonna have to hit a shot. He doesn't. Pred deals with him. Once again, it's another first blood for Seattle Surge.
And Exceed will be swearing under his breath. That bullet must have missed by millimeters. Accuracy takes down aBeZy. A 2 versus 4 now for LAG. Seattle Surge will be sitting patiently, covering the angles, covering the bomb sites. All they have to do is trade.
This will be difficult. And the Guerrillas not in a favorable spot. Accuracy, finding some bullets into one, into another. They have to back on down, and the vice just tightens. Simp finding the flank, finding the round. Seattle Surge, series point.
And here we go. It's map point. It's game point. It's a point for top 12. Simp has had a very good series in maps. But if you told me it was going this way, I wouldn't have believed you. This has gone the distance so far. For Seattle Surge, one more round. For LAG, they need to find 2 flawlessly. Who wins? Who knows?
That's the attack from Seattle Surge. Is it going to be a carbon copy of what they've been doing the entire time? No, it's slower and steadier. Oh, Simp on the cross is not going to be able to find one. LA Guerrillas get themselves into position. It's the pick game now. And Sib has been that guy, but it is going to be Pred. Another first blood to his name. Sib's looking for heads. It's a 4v3 for Surge.
Sib has had to back off here, but he hasn't gone down. Life back out, and Exceed has taken the opportunity to take the position away. And Joe Thieves doesn't have dead silence here, so they will have heard him. CDL Surge now making a move as time slowly trickles away.
Freddy's underneath him. He doesn't see him because of the gun barrel. And Joe Thieves gets picked off, and that's A now wide open. The 2v3 retake is what's going to be needed if LA Guerrillas want to continue Major 4.
The retake of all retakes. Tournament on the line, points on the line. Every single direction. CDL Surge, they stand proud. And now the move comes. Pred and Assault are back to back. Pred's going to come out of here as well. Assault's going to move. He finds the first. Accuracy going to be there. He gets gunned for the second. Only Pred left alive. And he has to find it. He has to check at some point. They need to know where he is. They're waiting for the defuse. Pred comes out. He gets one as well. He's away. And that's going to be enough. Pred, the miracle worker, the man, the myth, the legend. CDL Surge have managed to get this one. Snatching a victory from the jaws of LAG. Oh my goodness, the clutch from Pred.
The clutch from Pred. That is a clutch of his own making. Holding down top, here's Assault is so patient, but too patient as Assault then leaps off top car park and finds two. Absurd plays, and then all of a sudden, they don't know where he is. That's so tough.
Here, by the way, we have a treat. This is Pred's point of view. Sweating buckets, but doesn't miss a single bullet and gets away as well.
Exceed
doesn't hit the shots. And hey, I'll take that last kill. Bit of stat padding, gets a cruise missile, gets the 13, gets the map win, gets the lot. And I also want to point one more thing out there. I don't know if you missed it, but after the match, I think it was Joe Thieves and Pred talking to each other. And Joe was like, hey, I didn't see you under the gun barrel, man. He's like, yeah, that was pretty crazy too. Just good sportsmanship in the end between the two teams. Not bitterness from LAG, but they will fall out the tournament ton.
But again, for LAG, it's unfortunate. Look, Seattle did clutch up when needed. But for LAG, it's almost always seems like so close, but so far. Finding some positive moments in series. But you need to just find that extra step to find the win. LA Guerrillas will fall in a map 5. A valiant effort from them, but CDL Surge will march on in Columbus. It's a big game, you know. And that is one that can really get that momentum flowing just that little bit quicker. If you're CDL Surge in this moment, a map 5 to get the juices flowing, Bressy. A couple more games to go before, of course, they will, you know, eventually advance on through to maybe go and do something here. But there's a long way to go. But as mentioned, that's one of those moments where it really can set you off on a good path at the major.
It certainly can, and here is a look at our Major 4 bracket as it slowly fills and filters. Some have had to leave us. Goodbye to the Legion, goodbye to the Guerrillas. The Mutineers and Surge keep on moving. Up for the rest of the day, we've got Breach versus Ultra, Røkkr versus the Ravens. Coming up as our next two games as the bracket does fill up, but it has been a great time so far on a Friday.
Yeah. You know, we come into the loser side of things on Fridays is the same as every other major. And, you know, sometimes you get blowouts in these games with teams dropping down from those bracket. Not the case so far. My goodness me, what a pair of series we've had for games 1 and 2. Bring on a few more, Bryce. We've got a couple more games to go, yeah.
We certainly do, but not from us as we go to our Monsters Winners Spotlight. Over with the beautiful Flank and Pred.
We're good. What's up, guys? Ben here. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I'm here with Pred from the CDL Surge. Pred, how you feeling, man? That was a big matchup. You guys went all the way down to a map 5. That was a gooler, man. How you feeling, man? I heard you chirping over there on the stage.
I mean, dude, I don't know what's with us, man. Some days we're the best team. Some days we're one of the worst. Like, for us, it was a must-needed win. I mean, like, I just knew that we're not a T12 team, and I kept repeating that to my team. So it was a grueler, man. Like the last 3 LAN matches we've lost has been against FaZe,
yeah,
OpTic, FaZe. That's only 3 times we've lost. So which is like
tough
top
matchups.
top 3 team, top 4 team. So we know that these teams, we need to like, you know, get some reps on, get the flow going at LAN. So yeah, it was an important match, man. Going out T12, like that would have been embarrassing, man. So
that last round, man, you made the play. You dove into bottom laundry. You're able to find one, and I saw you making plays up top. I mean, what was going through your head right there?
Oh man, I just said I need to do something to try to win this round because it was such a mixy situation. You know, it was very lucky as well. I mean,
you gunned him.
Yeah, I got very lucky, but yeah, it was a big round.
Just talking about the series a little bit, what did it feel like going into a game 5? Like your team's traditionally not good at search, so having to win traditionally your worst game mode in a game 5 versus a team that you guys should arguably be throwing. How does that feel like going into that series or at that map?
Honestly, it didn't feel too good, especially when we were up 2-0 in control. I feel like that's when we started getting a bit frustrated and stuff like that because, you know, we should be closing it out there. It was like 22-10, and we lose that round, and now the map gets extended. They get a bit more, you know, momentum. And heading into map 4, I mean, we just didn't close out on some hills, which we're usually really good at. So yeah, we just need to definitely rewatch the VOD. But yeah, going map 5 against like those teams, I feel like we need to take care of business. But I feel like we got them a lot better at S&D. So I'm happy that we can go to a game 5 and actually win it. Because before it was impossible.
So you guys are going to stay around today because you have last match today. Going to play the winner of the London series. Who from that series would you like to face off?
Honestly, either one. There's no one in particular. I feel like London are just playing spoiler right now because I don't think they can make champs. So I feel like for them, it's just like they're just spoiling every team's dreams of like making champs. So, you know, it's a big game for Røkkr. And, you know, we're close to them in the seeding. So, you know, for us, it's just whoever wins, you know, we just got to make sure that we try to go as deep as we can in this tournament and make the run and separate ourselves from the other teams to make champs. So, yeah, for us, it's either or. We don't really have a preference.
Yeah, well, AG, thank you for hopping on, man. I can tell you got a lot of energy, man. Use that momentum, you know, and keep doing what you do, man. It's a pleasure as always, man. Congrats. Desk,
appreciate it, bro.
Back to you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Take care.
Thank you, Flank, and shout out to Pred. He must have gone to like the LeBron School of Interviews. Always has something positive to say about the competition, but I'll be honest, I like to see the real Pred come out. We saw that at the end of the game 5, getting up and running his mouth a little bit, letting the LAG squad know that Seattle Surge is still the better team, even if you take them to a game 5.
Yeah, and Pred balled out this series, literally in every single map, even the ones that they lost. So he had good reason to stand up and start screaming. And also, like, the redemption arc from that game, too. Losing 2 1v1s to Adam Assault and the final one to lose the map. And then in game 5, it's all on Pred to clutch up at the very end. The Surge has looked a bit better for Seattle Surge throughout this game, which is good for them going forward. When you think about the way that they play Surge, it's typically either Pred or Mack, whoever's feeling it, wants to take that push and get in that early engagement. And then it always seems to come down to so many 1v1, 1v2 clutches for these guys that sways the game either way. And in this one, it fell to their side.
Ali, on the LAG side, they fall short, but they were dangerous in this series. You saw it, game 5, it was tied up 3-3.
Yeah, and I said, I mean, that was kind of the most dangerous situation when it comes to LAG versus Seattle Surge, that LAG has no foot in literally any game mode, that they're starting at ground bottom and anything is possible with them. Unfortunately, they weren't able to close out in the end.
Here is our scuff play of the game. You can see the score. Seattle on match point going up against LAG. And after picking up 2, Pred is able to pick up the final kill on Assault and waits out the time, survives the battle against Exceed. Bomb goes kablooey, and Seattle Surge take this one 6-4.
Yeah, I feel like Exceed needs to trade that there, Matt. I did not have his perspective, but from what I saw, Assault put a bullet or two in him, and Exceed is right behind him. Either way, Pred just playing his life. He was in that top stairwell for so long, just waiting for those kills. Finds the excellent 2-piece to win the round.
It ends up being a 1v2, but 10 seconds before that, it was a 3v2 for Seattle. Got a little bit sketch at the end. Regardless, Seattle Surge is moving on to play again tonight. So if you're a Surge fan, hang around. They'll be back on the stage in just 2 matches. Coming up next, though, we've got Røkkr versus Royal Ravens, and we've got a whole bunch of gear for you all. Make sure to check out the CDL store for all the official CDL merch, including your Surge jerseys. Get some of the hottest new hoodies and full line of 2023 jerseys, all at shop.callofdutyleague.com. And of course, we got to show some love to our friends at Scuff. You can help vote in the Scuff Team of the Major. Let us know who the top performers of Major 4 are. Voting ends on Monday. 2 battles down, 10 games in the books. When we come back, do we have another 5-game series? Ravens take on Røkkr, who's currently in 9th place.